Hey friends, welcome back to this channel. My name is Stacy here with Stacy Makes, and we talk about crochet stuff here. So currently I am in the middle of market prep season. Fall, holiday, Christmas time is the biggest time of the year. Generally prep year round, get to this place and hopefully have lots of inventory, but that did not really happen this year. We had a couple small shows in between, and obviously, you know, just life. We were vacationing and enjoying the summer and things like that. And I kind of came into the fall holiday season with way less than I had hoped to. So definitely a lesson learned for next year. So, excuse I'm in a swirly chair. Sorry if I fidget a lot and move around, but the recliner view was just not doing it for me. So it's actually over here holding all of my stuff today while I speak to you from my office chair. So today what I'm going to cover is everything that I have made this week. It was just a week full of market prepping. I have our biggest show. I have not been to this show, but I assume that it will be the biggest show that we have ever done. It definitely seems to be the largest show. I have some friends who go to this show with different types of things who have told me it is just insane. So we will see if we have the same experience that they do. But because of that, I'm just trying to go into it as prepared as I possibly can. And that's all I can do. So if you are also new here, I do these markets with my daughter, Tara. She is Old Soul Factory here on YouTube, Old Soul Factory Crochet on Instagram. She also crochets plushies, so I have all of my inventory plus everything that she makes as well. And then also my son's girlfriend crochets, and she has some inventory of some stuff left from a market that she did with her mom. And so we're going to take it as backup in case it's just crazy insane, or to fill some gaps of, you know, animals that we don't have. So we have a tote full of stuff from her as well. But what I talk about on this channel is only what I make, the stuff that I am doing. And you'll have to check out Tara's channel for her totals and what she's doing and what she's up to and all that stuff. So I had a pretty productive week, honestly. The focus list, and I think just seeing all the sneak peeks of the vendors from this market has just really spurred like you have to just keep working. And I've really enjoyed it. I have not been stressed out. I'm not burnout. I am just looking at my list. There's a ton of different styles and things on it, and I'm just trying to hit what I can. So I've got that motivation kind of this week that really carried me through and helped me make quite a bit of inventory this week. And I finished up some things that I need to finish up. We do have to leave Friday morning. This market is a 3-hour drive from us, and we are staying up there, but it starts Friday night and then it's all Saturday. So we do have to leave at 7 a.m. probably on Friday to get up to the market about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and just try to get settled and all set up by 3. Now we have a bigger booth than normal. It's a 10 by 12 instead of a 10 by 10, which will be nice. But they did stress a ton to try to make your booth feel like a little boutique and try to make it decorated and inviting and like warm and welcoming, and, you know, put some Christmas decorations and things in it. So I did purchase a few extra little things that I'm hoping to kind of jazz the booth up with, and then rearrange in some ways that kind of make it feel a little bit more boutique-y than it does when, you know, we're just in a canopy outside. This is inside of a fairgrounds building, but we're up on the upper level, so I think that we won't have to mess, obviously, with weather. We don't have to deal with wind. There is security overnight, so we do not have to worry about tearing down and setting back up on Saturday, which will be super nice. After it ends Friday night at 8, we'll have to get probably some food and get back to our hotel, and then kind of see where we are with, you know, what we can make, if we want to make anything, to try to bulk up our Saturday inventory. You can only do so much in an hour or 2 hours and still try to sleep. I cannot stress enough how important it is to just be rested before you go into a market. I do not anymore. Back in the day when we only ate if I sold at a market, like a long time ago, I would stay up hours and out. I mean, just like for days that week, doing every last minute thing I can, because it was our Christmas present money. We weren't buying presents if we didn't have this money. I mean, it was just more vital to our finances. And anymore, I do this as a hobby. Obviously, I would love to see it grow into something that is a very good side income. But I think it's just so important to go into a market just so well rested, energized, excited. And so this week I have 5 days I got to get everything tagged. There's some signs that I want to make. I obviously need to figure out what all is being packed into my car this week, to just be very strategic about what goes into my car. I did buy an extra large pulling wagon that hopefully, it says that it will hold up to 400 pounds. So we're going to test that, because I'm going to try to load all of my bookshelf. If you've seen my setup, we have these big wood stackable bookshelf things that fold out. I want to take every one that I have, which is 6 pieces, but 3 full stacks. And I want to take all of those this time, and my 6-foot and 4-foot table. And then I have 2 little ladder stand things. And crates. And then we have all the inventory, right? And so we have got to stack my car to the brim. So we just got to be very strategic about how we do that. Who needs extra clothes, right? Just make sure the inventory and the extra yarn bag is in there. So I'll get started with showing you everything that I made this week. I did try one different pattern this week that I will go over, because and I don't know, I may or may not try to make some more of these, because we live in the Midwest, and fishing and hunting and all that stuff and farm animals is just a thing around here. And so I think this last week I'm going to try to focus on area specific things that I think will do really well, which include, you know, some more mallards maybe, and then these fish. So hold on just a second. I forgot to grab my burp cloths that I wanted to show you before I get started with the crochet stuff, and I will be right back with you. Okay, here I am. I have talked about this in my previous videos, how I used to sew and I used to make baby burp cloths and bibs, and I did have a lot of burp cloth inventory that was ready, and half ready, and so it was all cut and ready. And I did message the organizers, because I did not apply as a handmade sewing person or baby sewn stuff. And so you always want to make sure that if you apply for one thing, that if you're bringing anything outside of that you ask. I didn't want to spend my time on it and take space up in my car and just get there and then be like, oh, you can't have that out. So I did message and ask if I could perhaps bring these. I told them that they were handmade, they were mine, but it wasn't anything that I had put on the thing. And they said, yes, you can bring them on. So these are little sets of 3 little burp cloths. They are folded up, so they're like a pre-fold, what we used to call a diaper. And I just threw a little tag on them that says they're 100% cotton, has little wash instructions, set of 3, and has my name on it. And there are 28 sets, different little sets. These are the dogs. I don't know if I can get to, there's a couple neutral-ish ones in here. So these are $18 a piece, and I have 28 of those all in this bag here. I do have those. Okay, I finished those this week, and I'm not counting that in my inventory this week, but that is $504 worth of inventory that I had not counted previously in what I was taking. Half of it was done, half of it was not, but none of it was assembled and tagged and all of that stuff. So I guess at the end I can tell you, including that inventory, what my numbers are. And then I'll get into the crochet stuff. So, okay. This week I did try to stay on my focus list. I did really good. I am so proud of myself, guys. I am not one to stay focused very much, so I am impressed. Okay. While I had other yarns out, or when I was just really unsure what to do, or I didn't have much time, I was trying to throw in some $5 stingrays. So I've made, I made 6 this week. A couple in Burnett, some in Sweet Snuggles, just different colorways. So I do have 6 of those, and they go in my $5 bin. I did make 3 more jumbo nuggets with all different faces on them. I have 6 still from the last show, and they have the big felt eyes on them, and then these have plastic safety eyes. I'm gonna sell these for 10. It's just made out of jumbo yarn. I made 4 baby turtles. I have none of these in my inventory, and they always sell really, really good, and my goal is to make more than 10, but I have 4 right now. It just is what it is. Different Sweet Snuggles colors. I sell these for $8, and they go in the $8 bin. This is a free pattern on Instagram, lmsart.co. I made 1 swinging it duck, chick, whatever. I sell these for 10. The mouse pattern that I've been talking about from Poggy's Place, I've been making it in Posh and putting it on a swing some, and then not in a swing in my $8 bin. I decided to try them in Burnett. So I did 2 in Burnett. They're still just so freaking cute. I just can't get over these big old ears, but and these tails. So I made 2. I think these will also go in my $8 bin. They don't take much time. I can make these in like 22 minutes. So $8 is more than enough at a good hourly rate and materials. So, but they will be much bigger than the Posh ones, but they're not as deep. You know, the Posh ones are just so tiny and structured, and then these are just more squishy. So I made 2 of those. I made 1 tumbler keychain. Doesn't have the keychain. That's also on my list this week to tag stuff. And then I have 5 or 6 things to put keychains on. One of those, I sell those for 6. I finished 1 tree, like a little puff stitch tree. Has a little foam thing, you know, insert. Was 12. I did 4 more rubber ducks, a pink and a green, and 2 more yellow ones. So this makes a total of 8 new ones, which my goal was 8. And I have 1 left from the last show. It's green. So I'll have a blue, a pink, 2 green, and I'll have 5 yellows. And I sell these for 15. They are Nana's Hook Nook keychain pattern, but I make them in jumbo yarn. And then I made 1 Madeline Mako. This is her baby cow pattern. Just made it in pinks. I need to look at my inventory list to see how many cows I have, but I know that I don't have cows. And then my gator pattern, I'm just not gonna have enough medium size stuff, but I sell these for 26. So freaking cute. I love these glittery eyes. I didn't paint them, but anyway. And then this is the new pattern I was talking about. This is AR Serendipity Design, I think is how you say it. This is her keychain pattern, but I made it in plush yarn. So it's a little bit bigger. It's actually designed to make that little tail flip, which is neat. Her actual pattern is made in acrylic and put on an actual keychain, which is really cute. And she has like, yeah, it's adorable. It is no-sew. You do make the mouthpiece, and then you work the fish from here up and then attach the mouthpiece with this lip, which is kind of a neat, and then you surface crochet these spins on. Just neat. And I didn't put the gill marks on it. It's not very big. I wrote it down. I'm going to do 12 on this, and I may or may not make a little basket full of these. I wanted to make one of the great big bass before this show, and so I don't know. I just don't know if one item that sells for $45 is worth my whole, like, it'll take a whole evening for me, or I sit in that evening and I make more $8, $10, $12 items, because those bins are just not as full as I'd like them to be. So I just have to kind of make that judgment call this week. That's kind of where I'm really wavering at, is people are like, well, make your best sellers. Well, I do this as a hobby for fun in my spare time, and I love variety. I am normally not one to sit and make the same pattern over and over and over again. And if I do, I like to mix it up, or I make it, and then a couple days later I make it again out of different yarns, or in a different way. So when I go to a show, right or wrong, right? Like, it's for me, it's for fun, right or wrong, I take a huge variety of things, but not a lot of one particular thing normally. I'm trying to do a little bit better at that, just because as far as booth setup, it does benefit us to have a basket not have 4 different $10 items in it. It's got 2, you know, and a bunch of 2 different options, but also it benefits us to have the variety, because you can find just about every animal, it seems like, in our booth, but you may only have one of them. And so then somebody else comes by and asks for that same animal, it's sold, you know, I've only got one. So I'm just really wavering back and forth about whether or not to make some more unique pieces this week, or just try to stick with more of the same things, like Fred the Turtles, or the hatching chicks, or my skunks. I think I've got 4 or 5 skunks to take. My little memento monsters, I would love to make a couple more of those. I've only got 3. I just really having a hard time making decisions about that. My focus list has all of it on there. So when I go to my focus list, what's left is that. It's this huge variety of stuff, all the way from my small stuff all the way up to some big stuff, like make a bass, make a mom stitched cow, right? But anyway, I'm just having a hard time deciding what I'm doing. So, and I've only got, I think today I'll go to my mom's for lunch, and I'll probably crochet a few trees while I'm there, because I can mindlessly kind of do that, bring it back and have a few more trees. And I think I have decided not to stress over all the trees. I have enough forms to make like 40 trees, but I think it's going to be what it is, and I'm going to have maybe 8 to 10 trees, and I'll kind of sporadically place them within the booth, kind of as decoration, but also they could be sold. So once they're gone, they're gone. And but anyway, okay, other things I crocheted this week, I did finish 2 these crossbody bags, this one and this one. I finished 2. I do have 2 more bags that are attached. They are, I glued them, and they're clipped to their bags. They just need to be sewn around. And then I have 2 or 3 more patches. So if I get to it this week, I have 4 or 5. I think instead of actually making more patches on my lunch break this week, I'm going to take the actual bags on my lunch break and sew them together. So I might have another 5 or 6 bags, and it is what it is. So that's going to be I think my lunch break focus. I can get done what I can get done on the bags. I'm going to my mom's making the trees, and then tonight I think I'm going to go ahead and try to get everything that I do have in here price tagged, put into market bags, see how many market bags I end up having that I need to take, and then kind of do a final reassessment of what I want to focus on this week. So Monday, I do have a meeting Monday night, and so I won't be home much Monday, but I can crochet at that meeting if I want. So I may take my something to make a Christmas tree or something, I don't know. And then I'll have Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday night will probably be spent loading up my car. So I don't have much time this week to make last minute stuff. Okay, another thing I made this week was 29 scrunchies. I decided kind of last minute, well, not last minute, but like several months ago, I told Tara, I'm like, I really wanted a section. My hair is just nuts. I I really wanted a section that was kind of non-plushy items. So I have my granny square pouches. I'm going to have those bags I just showed you. I have got the trees. I've got some keychain wristlets. I think that's it. I'll have my burp cloths, non-plushy item. And then I had scrunchies, but I only had like 10 or so. And I'm like, and they're just loose. And I'm like thinking this is a holiday market where people could be shopping for Christmas presents. And if it was me, I don't know that I would want to just pick up 2 loose scrunchies that don't have any tags or anything on them and just give them to somebody in their stocking. Like if it was me, I'd rather pick up a little gift bag or have them like somehow put into a little hangy thing where it's like a set. So I came up with this idea and hopefully it goes well. I made 29 scrunchies this week and I already had some. And I bought these little cupcake holders. And so I'm putting them in these little boxes. So as you can see, there's 2 velvet ones and 1 faux fur one in here. And so it says down here, $15 scrunchies, 3-pack hair ties. On the bottom it does say 2 velvet and 1 faux fur. And so it's just like, and they can take it and kind of like walk away with it, and then it could be like a little, just a little present. I have different colored boxes. I'll just have 4 samples in front of me. So I had enough scrunchies to do 13 boxes. So I have 13 boxes times $15 a box. I really debated back and forth on the price for the boxes because at my show when they're loose, I do 3 for $10. But what I decided on was, because I'm choosing what's in here, and there's 3, and they're one of them is faux fur and 2 of them are the velvet. The velvet ones take me like 7 minutes a piece. And then the faux fur ones literally take me like 2. I literally take faux fur yarn and I single crochet all the way around, attach it, tie it off, and loop it through. It takes me, and it actually covers the hair tie even better than the velvet ones do. But they're just soft and plushy. And so I thought, you know, there is 15, 16 minutes worth of time in here, plus the materials, plus the box. And 12 just didn't seem, I don't know. I landed on 15, you know, and if they sell slower, but they last me and they're still on the shelves through Saturday, but they end up selling eventually, then I was afraid that at 10 or 12 that they would just fly off the shelves and they would be gone on the first day. And I think at 15, people will be like, okay, 15 is a good price for a gift. And so we'll see. We'll see how they go. I think that's all I have. Guys, let me look at my list here. So I went over the burp cloths. I went over the scrunchies. The scrunchie boxes at $15 a piece was like I can't remember. 15 times 13 is, I don't know. Anyway, you can do the math. I didn't write it down. And my calculator is in my phone, which is recording me right now. So I'm not going to do it either. But total stuff that I crocheted or finished this week, including the bags, the trees, the scrunchies that not the ones that were already done, not all 13 boxes, but just the 29 that I actually crocheted times $5 a piece, was $431. So I'm super excited about that. Plus I finished $504 worth of the burp cloth inventory. So technically this week I added $935 worth of inventory to the stuff that I'm taking. That should put me up. I'm really hoping that it puts me up there. Let's see, that's $26.85. That's what I made on the retreat. That's $3,000. That should put me up around $4,000 worth of inventory. So I'm just excited. This booth fee was pretty high, but between what I'm taking, Tara's taking, and what we have of Trista's stuff, I think that we should have $7,000–8,000 worth of inventory. So, and we're splitting a hotel room with the friend who is also going on this trip. So that'll be, that'll help us in expenses, and we're just staying one night. So, anyway, I think that's all I have for you guys this week. I do, I guess next week's video, I'm hoping, my show is Friday night and Saturday, so I should get home Saturday night, like the late. The show doesn't end until 4, and then we've got it'll probably take us a good hour to pack out because we are on a second story, and there will be everybody else hauling stuff in and out on dollies and through the elevators, and or trying to go up and down the stairs. So, and it's a 3-hour drive home. So I imagine I probably will probably want to eat. I imagine we probably won't get home until 9 o'clock Saturday night, and then have all that stuff to unload. And so hopefully I'll be on here Sunday morning to record and do a recap, and it still be on schedule for Sunday, but we'll see. It may be later on Sunday. So, okay, I think that's all I have for you guys this week. Let me know down in the comments below, like if you're like me and you make a huge variety of stuff, do you focus on more of the same things the last week, maybe even bigger things, or do you focus on more small things? I mean, like, I cannot make up my mind. I can't make up my mind, guys. So help me out. Let me know what you do if it was you. And wish me luck at our show next weekend. I'm so excited. Hopefully I can get a couple $100 worth of stuff done this week before the market, and I'll try to vlog obviously some footage of us hauling stuff in, setting up the actual market itself next weekend. I'm so freaking excited from the pictures and all the videos and stuff I have seen. It's just huge. So I'm super excited about it, and I'm just not looking forward to the drive. But at least we get to make the drive during the daylight, during the day, and the haul-ins all during the day. So it won't be like a leave at 3 a.m. kind of a day. So that'll be nice. So anyway, leave me a comment. Let me know if it was you, what you would do, or maybe your favorite thing. If you don't do markets, what was your favorite thing that I made this week that you would definitely make more of? And we will talk to you guys later. That's all I have for you this week. And have a great week, guys. And as always, happy crocheting, guys. We'll see you. Bye.